Oh my god, dude. Bruh. Are you kidding me? This thing sucks! Welcome back to the most difficult Minecraft challenge that has ever been conceived of. And for all the new people here, what I'm doing is I'm trying to beat RLCraft, which is already difficult on its own. Except I'm in a VR treadmill while wearing a 40-pound weight vest. I got 5-pound weight straps on my arms and legs, and I also got these 3D printed VR controller grips that are carrying at least 10 pounds each. If this seems interesting to you, make sure to subscribe, and with all that out of the way, I think it's time to get into this video. Alright, we are back in this, and to give a quick recap on what exactly is going on, basically, I've just been trying to get everything in order so that I can be adequately prepared to get revenge on a dragon that killed me. But my last video just ended up being a 38-minute long compilation of this game finding every possible way to impede my progress. But even though this game was absolutely destroying me, I eventually was able to get all the resources that I would need to be adequately prepared to take on this dragon. So with these resources, I got some new armor crafted and enchanted, and then I went to my wine brewery to get all the potions and wine that I would need to take on this dragon. Alright, boom. Whoa! Oh my god! Why is there... My bird is so retarded! Okay, yeah, I'm out of here. Oh my god, my place is on fire! I just can't ever relax in this game. And I guess it's time to fight the dragon now, since my base is literally on fire, and I don't want it to burn down. So I went to the waypoint, got to the village that the dragon's at, and the dragon had flown quite a bit away from where it killed me. So I was easily able to get all the stuff that I dropped when I died from fighting him the last time, which is pretty good because I had a better helmet and chest plate that I immediately put on when I picked it back up. And now that I also have fire resistance on me, I am 100% confident that we will now successfully get revenge on this dragon. Where's this freak? There it is. Hey, yo! I'm back for my revenge. Oh my god. Alright. Got him. No, I didn't. Why am I not holding my weapon? Alright. Did I get the kill? Finally. Alright. We got him. Okay, do I got... Alright. The dragon is dead. And after I looted everything from his corpse, I stored it all in a chest in this village. And I noticed that I actually got 2 dragon eggs from that single dragon, which is insanely lucky. But not only that, I went into the dragon's den, and there wasn't really much there, but then I killed the stoneling, and I got a Heart of the Diamonds from that as well. So yeah, overall, insane amount of luck, which honestly feels deserved at this point, especially after having to deal with all that garbage that I had to go through. But now I have to figure out something else to do, because I still need to wait for it to rain before I'm able to go back to my base. And I figured that the best thing that I could do right now is to kill some more dragons. So I went here, because this was the only other place that I was aware of which had an underground dragon's den. And after I located exactly where it was, I went inside. But I did not want to kill the dragon that was in here just yet, and that is because I saw that there was a literal glowshroom mushroom biome in this dragon's den, and I wanted one of these glowshrooms. So I quickly grabbed one, left the dragon's den, and then killed this dragon that's just sleeping right here because I wanted some of his blue dragon scales. But then when I looted his dead corpse, he dropped literally 0 dragon scales, which is honestly insane. Anyways, I went to this village, stored the glowshroom mushroom, then went back to the dragon's den to take on this potentially tier 5 dragon. Alright.
Bro, what the heck is going on?
Alright, yo! Dragon!
Oh my god, dude. Okay, you know what? Let me take a sip. Oh, nice.
Are you kidding me? You too?
All right. I'm just taking the blood.
Despite this dragon being one of the stronger ones, it honestly was not a big deal at all. And now the only dragon left on this island is this black lightning dragon, which was far easier to kill than the last one. And honestly, we're at a point where killing dragons isn't really a challenge at all. But killing these dragons so easily definitely made me a bit too overconfident.
Oh, shoot. Yoink, back in here. What? He killed me? Okay, that is insane and also horrendous. I gotta get out of here. Because I still want that stuff. That is crazy. I died.
I'm still kind of surprised that this whack chupacabra that just randomly spawned is more of a threat to me than literal dragons. But dying to him honestly was not that bad, because not too long after I died, it started to rain, which means that I can go back to my base and get all the equipment that I need to get my stuff back and kill this freak. So yeah, we are now back at my base, and as you can see, the damage to my base, it's pretty bad, but at least none of the important stuff got destroyed. And after it was done raining, I got back to work on creating some more wine, and I was going to need to make some more potions, and then I'm going to need to make some new equipment to substitute the one that's...
Bro, no, no, no! Why? No, no, dude! This can't be! Oh my god. Bro, how? How does this happen again? Bro, even my... Oh my god, dude.
It's over. It is literally just completely over. My base is going to get destroyed. There is no amount of rain that is going to save my base. I did try my best to stop a bit of the fire, but most of this place is just going to burn to the ground. Fortunately, we have the glow shroom that I picked up, which can be used as a good source of materials to repair this damage. But this is how my base turned out after I finished trying to fix this place up. And oh my god, this place looks like complete trash. But at least this place won't burn down in the future. And it produces light, and I can see through it. Anyways, I need to get revenge on that chupacabra. But before I was able to do that, I was going to get some more resources, such as diamonds and other stuff that I would need for my equipment. And I decided that the best way to get these resources is to loot some towers. And I also was going to be increasing the weight that I was carrying while I do that. But this extra weight was going to cause problems that I literally could not have predicted.
Let's get up. Oh my god! Dude, this is just tearing through my hand. I gotta really sand this down. Bro. Oh. That's why it hurts so much. Oh my god. I just realized. This is the one that I printed wrong, so there's just like a... Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna... You know what? I'm just gonna lower the weight. Yeah, I'll show everyone what's happening. Yeah, dude, this is how my hand's looking. But yeah, I'm kind of bleeding right now. And I'll show you why after I take off this garbage. I'm going to use this as an excuse to be a beta. Yeah, but that sucks because I wanted to do, I guess an alpha stream. I'm going to be an alpha instead of just a beta. But yeah, I probably will explore some... How? It broke. Oh my god. Oh my god, and not only did it break, bro, I got cut. All right, check the damage, the residual damage that, bruh. Are you kidding me? Look at this. This is so stupid. Dude, someone tuned in and saw, someone tuned in. I see the graph, it just bumped up and down. Someone tuned in. I was literally just doing this. And he's like, yeah, no, I'm not staying in here. But yeah, bro, are you kidding me? This thing sucks. Specifically this one. And I'm actually glad that it's broken. See this? See how it's like this? This one has this hook in here. And this has been a problem since it was printed. And this one is just straight. So it was just my unconscious rage that made me destroy. I may have a gash in my hand and I'm also literally bleeding, but that is not going to stop me from playing this game. So I went back to trying to loot towers, and then after I was done, I got all the equipment that I needed, all the potions, all the wine, and then went to get revenge on that chupacabra. Where is the entrance? Oh, there it is. That is him. Yeah, there's all my stuff. Yeah, look at this garbage. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. And all this stuff is despawned. Great. And yeah, well, I got my chest plate. That's the main thing that matters, but I lost all the dragon scales. And the sunglasses. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna wait till he dies.
That's insane.
Okay, finally. Look what we got here. Okay, so I got the dragon heart. I didn't get his scale though. I had 60-something black scales. Now I have none of that, but I do have this beast stone. All right, well, we're using this thing. Let's see what we get. A chupacabra, I don't want that. That is so garbage. All right, well, that was, what the, a queen bee spawned here? I think I can. All right, what a drop. Oh my God, there's so much garbage out here. Dude, those are my dudes. Enderman, why would you kill my bird? I thought you were part of the crew.
All right, we successfully got revenge on that chupacabra. And now we got this new pet. But unfortunately, some of the stuff that I dropped despawned. I got most of the important stuff, but I did lose the black dragon scales, which isn't too big of a deal, but those were the scales that I was planning on making some armor with. Anyways, the next thing that I wanted to do was to kill the wither, but I'm going to need some more wither skulls for that. So I decided that I was going to take on this giant battle tower. And overall, with the wine and the basic equipment that I had, this tower was pretty easy. That was until my helmet broke.
Oh my God! Yo, get me up! Someone. Oh my God, dude. I think I got perplexity. Oh my God, dude, get it. Yeah, there's no chance. Oh my God, what was wrong with this game? That sucks. That genuinely sucks. Why couldn't I fly? All right,
Honestly, I should not have died here, but this got me thinking that I probably should get some better armor. So when I respawned back at my base, I got my dragon scales, made some dragon armor, then I went to the enchantment table, got my armor enchanted, and I got advanced protection on my helmet, which is pretty good. And I also had some mending books lying around, so I decided to enchant my helmet and chestplate with mending. And after I got the rest of the stuff that I would need, such as potions, wine, and a weapon, I was back to killing things in this tower. But since only my helmet and chestplate had mending on them, my pants and boots ended up breaking. And those weren't the only things that ended up breaking, because this happened soon after.
oh my God, dude. Okay. That's crazy. All right. Gotta pause the game for a second. This one gave out. No bleeding. No bleeding this time from the breaking.
It honestly wasn't that big of a deal that all this stuff broke, because I got this replacement for my grip right here, and honestly, who needs any leg protection anyway? The only thing that I really need right now is some wither skulls, which I did end up finding. And now the only thing that I gotta do here is to kill the tower golem that's at the top of this tower.
Oh yeah, I'm not going lower. You have to jump to me. Jump! What is with this laggy audio? All right. All right, we almost got him.
If you're wondering what was going on with my PC during this fight, I don't know. Anyways, I got to looting the chests at the top of this tower, and this was quite difficult because they were all locked, which means I needed to get on my PC to use the lockpicks. But after I got them all unlocked, the loot was kind of garbage. Like, there was some good stuff, but not really anything of note. So now that this tower is officially cleared out and I got all the wither skulls that I needed, I figured that it's time to summon and kill the wither.
I asked if you were ready like a billion times, so look at that. Boom.
If you think the audio sounds weird, that's just because I didn't realize that I had dropped my mic on the floor, and so, yeah, you're just hearing floor mic right now.
Boom. Okay, yeah, I'm just doing it. Do it. Okay, well, it's your call. Dude, he has got potion effects. Throw potion on me. Teleports. And he's invisible. What is wrong with this wither?
Alright, fighting the wither was not a challenge at all, and since the wither is dead, I set off to find something else to do, and I was thinking that I should take on a Lycanite dungeon next. But as I was searching for one of these dungeons, I ended up crossing paths with probably one of the worst things that you can find in this game.
What the? Broken armor? What is this? Oh my god.
Why is this allowed? Why is a skeleton able to shoot me out of the sky and shoot off every single potion effect that I have on me? Anyways, I went back to my base, got all the potions that I need. I no longer have a flight potion, so I'm going to need to walk around everywhere or fly on my rock. And yeah, it was back to looking for a Lycanite dungeon. It didn't take too long before I found this desert one. And so, I went inside.
Oh shoot, I'm already getting attacked. Now, these guys are not that strong either. Oh, there's one of the bosses. Alright, got one of the bosses. That's all what he drops? That's honestly so crazy. Ooh. I actually needed that. Yeah, I'm getting out of here. Okay, I think that's a boss. Get me out of this pit. I can't deal with this fire. Ah, but he was doing some heck of damage on him. Yeah, look at that. That's honestly insane. And I'm not regenning fast enough. God, I'm getting hit hard. All those explosions. Yeah, dude, okay, yeah, this is not chill. Because even with resistance, everything, bro, that thing is doing heck of damage. Right, yo. All right, I can cheese him here. Nice. Oh, what is that soul stone? Bro. What is this soul stone? Imp soul stone. That's crazy. Imp soul stone? That's kind of trash.
Alright, there's now only one boss left in this dungeon to deal with. But the way that I dealt with him ended up being way different than anything else that I've fought in this game.
Okay, nice. My bird is going in. Look how many skeletons there are. Holy crap. Alright, my dude's gonna kill him.
Yeah, this fight went on like this for like 15 minutes. But it was like hour 4 of my almost 7-hour stream, so I felt like this ability to sit down for a bit was well deserved.
Alright, we're getting some hits on him. Dude, this freak is hitting me. Okay, now he's gone. Bro, that Gru just distracted me from doing anything. Bro, it sounds like my dudes are getting hurt. Oh, he's actually damaging them. Bro, what are you doing back here? Oh, he killed my birds. He killed them. Oh my god. Oh my god, how am I supposed to beat this guy? I have to wait 150 seconds. Oh no. Go. Go! Go! Dude! Dude, my bird died immediately. It's because of that freak. And got this loser pulling up in here. It does seem like my boy is on the attack. And dead. Okay, I guess I gotta do everything here. Ah, I had to kill him. Yeah, stay back. Oh, bro, that is annoying. I accidentally used the soul stone. Bruh. But I got a Zoatar. Okay, that is annoying. I did not mean to use it. Alright, well, yeah, I got a Zoatar now to defend my life. Nether one. Ooh. Okay, it was worth coming here. This thing.
Now that I've finished plundering pretty much everything of value that I could get out of this dungeon, I figured that the next best thing that I could do is getting to work on creating an Ankh Charm. But in order to craft this Ankh Charm, I'm going to need all these baubles. Fortunately, we got 2 of these from this dungeon, but what I'm looking to get right now are some Ender Dragon scales. And obviously that means I'm going to have to kill the Ender Dragon. So I went back to my base, grabbed some Eyes of Ender that were just lying around in one of my chests, and then I hopped on my rock and set off to search for the stronghold. I didn't have to cover too much distance before finding this flying potion, which was a way more convenient way to fly around than riding on this bird. And so after I drank that, I continued exploring and crossed this vast ocean before finding this place. And honestly, this is the best location that I found throughout this whole series. And it just got even better because after I was done looking at these windmills, I found this mountain. And honestly, this landscape speaks for itself because like it's literally two giant village cities that generated together. But they are getting attacked by this dragon, so that is something that I'm going to need to deal with.
Yeah, we're fighting. You are not destroying this place. Nice. Yeah, you're not destroying that village. He did destroy a lot of it, but most of it survived. At least that building survived. Yeah, I'm definitely. I saved this village, dude.
After successfully saving most of this village, it was back to searching for the stronghold, which did not actually take too long because the stronghold ended up being pretty close to these giant villages. But before I went underground to get to the actual end portal, I decided to get this dragon to burn down the entire forest that was on top of the stronghold, just because I hate forests. Then after I was satisfied with all the trees that were burned down, I killed the dragon, then went down this ravine, went into this cave, and then found the actual stronghold. But I don't want to enter the end just yet. So once I was at the end portal, I dug straight up, marked off the hole with some glowstone, and then I went back to the giant villages because I wanted to make a new base there for a lot of reasons. I decided that I would build my new base on this floating island right here because it allows me to have easy access to these amazing villages that are literally just right underneath me. And since I'm so high up, there's no risk of these villages getting destroyed by me living next to them, which has been, unfortunately, a problem at literally every place I've lived at. Anyways, I was going to build this base out of glowshroom. And I also thought there was too much grass outside the wall of this village, so I got rid of it and replaced it with the glowshroom grass and started growing some of these glowshrooms. And then I converted some of these shrooms into houses for the villagers that might have got their old homes cut in half by the world generation. I then bone milled some more shrooms to get all the materials that I would need to get started working on this base. But building this base was going to be a challenge because I need to precisely place all these blocks to create a whole structure while my arms are being weighed down. And this obviously ended up becoming a extremely tiring experience.
Okay. Oh my god, like, I think building that, like, yeah. Flying and building sucks. Holy crap, dude. I need to take a break. Holy crap, dude. My fingers, dude. My fingers are so much more strained than normally playing. No! I do not care about that singular block. My god, and then oh my god, I have this whole next floor to be building. Okay, yeah, this is so challenging. Just this, oh my god, yeah, I should just focus on making this a box, dude. This is way too difficult. All right, that wall is complete. 3 walls complete. Just kidding. 2 walls complete. What made me think that I completed 3 walls? All right. My box is done.
After all that hard work, this glowshroom box was going to be the final design for my base. I was not going to put any more effort into working on this because originally I'd planned to make a base that looked a bit like this. But I'm not going to build anything like that because that is just way too hard to do. So we're just going to have to deal with this box as a base, which really isn't that bad. This place is pretty dope. Anyways, I decided to actually explore around inside all the buildings that were in this village that I was living over, and I found a whole lot of runes. So I collected all the ones that I could find, crafted a rune reader, and most of these runes were garbage. But what wasn't garbage from these villages were 2 librarians that I found here, because one of these guys is selling advanced efficiency, and the other guy is selling advanced looting, which is something I'm very interested in. Another thing that I thought was interesting that I found in one of the chests in these villages was this compass that was called the Traveler's Compass. And I figured that this compass must be pointing to something important. So I started following this compass to wherever it was pointing me toward. And after a while of exploring, I crossed over this structure which had blue trees, which is unique. But then after a whole lot more exploring, I decided to stop by this villager outpost. And then I opened up one of the chests in this outpost, and yeah.
Wait a second. Okay. It looks like it's doing the same thing as the other compasses, if I'm going to be real. So I think I honestly just wasted my time.
So it turns out the Traveler's Compass was just an ordinary compass. But after I checked the trades of the librarians in this outpost, I kind of had a hard time believing that it was just an ordinary compass.
This correctly. What do we got? Okay. All right. Yeah, it was nighttime. I had to leave.
As you can see, we literally have advanced protection now. This is one of the greatest enchantments in this game. So following this random compass was probably the greatest decision that I've made in this whole series. At this point, I felt motivated to enchant my gear, specifically my lightning dragonbone nunchucks. But I needed some EXP. So I went back to my new base and explored the surrounding areas, and then I found this roguelike dungeon right next to this village, which I went inside and started killing things for EXP.
Oh my god, dude. Bro, this is so much garbage, dude. This is just a whole-on brawl. Yo, Blight. Give me that EXP, dude. Oh my god, he's so fast. Nice. What? Okay, that guy probably dropped a lot of books. Bro, what are you doing here? Alright, what book is that? Bro, let me check the book! What? We just got an advanced protection book, advanced protection 4 book? Alright, yo, no, do not fight. Bro! I said do not fight. I need you for something. This. And he died. He died before I could put everything inside him. Okay, please die, whatever. Oh my god, what is doing that damage? What the heck? It got rid of my regen? What did that?
I ended up not completely clearing out this dungeon because something got rid of some of my potion effects, so I decided that I should just leave instead of risking anything. But now we have plenty of EXP, and so I grabbed my emeralds, went to my sharpness villager, traded for that supreme sharpness,
Then I went to the looting villager and got that advanced looting. And then I got some other enchants that I thought were pretty good. And I slapped them all onto my nunchucks. And this is the end result. They definitely could be better, but this is all I could afford at the moment. I also got some wither skulls from that dungeon, and so I decided to kill another wither for its wither star because I need to craft another waypoint. But I believe it's time to actually test these nunchucks, and I figured that the best place to test them would be on this island with the blue trees on it because it is full of vindicators and evokers, which also happen to be a good source of emeralds. All right, 16 emeralds. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, we need more spawning. I'll be going upstairs while I wait. All right, let's see. Okay, I think that was all of them. Yo, we got too many totems. Do we got an undying totem? Where'd you come from? Actually falling for it. Where are the emeralds, dude? Ooh, blight. Well, these nunchucks seem pretty good, but after I was done clearing out this island, I jumped into the ocean, looted the chests in the dungeons that were underneath the island, and then I went to the outpost with the advanced protection villager in it. And then I set up the waypoint there, and did some trading with this villager and got all the books that I could afford with the emeralds that I just collected. And then I went back to base and I figured that, you know what? It might be time to actually go to the end. But it's not going to be in this video. I'm going to have to save going to the end for next time because next video is going to be the last video in this series. And I'm definitely looking forward to it because, bro, I honestly hate making these videos, but I hope you enjoyed. Anyways, until next time.